Hello and welcome back. I'm Alicia Ann, and today we are going to uncover how to sing You Say by Lauren Daigle. This series called Uncovered is where I take popular songs and I give you tips and tricks on how to sing it better so that you can make your own cover. So without further ado, let's begin. The original key of this song is super low. If I recall correctly, it's in the key of E. I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. And then that means you're singing down to a low C sharp. Ooh. All of that to say, you do not need to sing this in the original key. I would not recommend that for most voices. Even if you technically can hit the notes, if it doesn't feel natural and easy for you, then you'll be more successful raising the key. Now, you do need to keep in mind that if you're going to raise the key, this will affect the upper end of the song and the chorus when it gets a little bit higher, but it will be worth it if you are singing in a healthy place. So I put this song in G. And fun fact, I actually did this song with my praise band at church today. So this is very fresh on my mind, and I will give you some of the tips that I told my praise band singers to take this to the next level. So the first thing, this can start to sound very repetitive and lose the meaning if you are not shaping each word that you sing. So what you don't want is, I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. I'm obviously exaggerating quite a bit, but it still stands, and this happens not just when you're singing a pop song like this, but I'm actually taking this concept from choral singing. What word do you want to jump out? What's the most important word in the phrase, or words, plural? It doesn't have to be just one word, but you need to know where your arrival points are so that everything doesn't sound stagnant. I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. So with that first phrase, I'm not saying to overemphasize those words, but for you as the performer to have them as like, this is what is meaningful in this line, will help the audience or congregation or whoever you're singing for feel that as well. So in this first line, I'm going to emphasize voices, mind, and enough. Another option would be the word not enough. And actually, I take that back. I'm gonna do fighting, mind, and enough. So this is what that would sound like. I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. See, it gives it different meaning. Now I'm gonna emphasize different words. I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. Let's hear what that sounds like. I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. So it would also definitely be better if I didn't mess up on the piano part, but you know, you do what you can. But anyway, take that concept of finding which words to bring out and just apply that to all the lines. That way there is some sort of waves going on. If we're at the beach, it doesn't have to be like the surfing kind of waves, but it needs to be enough ripples to where it's not just like stagnant water. Everything needs to be moving for there to be life in the song. Also, I really quickly want to address the end of the second line. It happens again at the end of the fourth line. Every single lie that tells me I will never measure up. That low E. And I want to say this kind of as a blanket statement. If you can't hit that low note, girl, you are okay. Don't even try. It's okay to just hang on to this note. Every single lie that tells me I will never measure up. Just staying right there instead of going down here. And honestly, it may depend on the day. Being perfectly transparent, for me, that note does not feel super comfortable today, and it didn't this morning when I sang it with my praise band. So y'all, we just held on to that note and everything was perfectly fine. God was still pleased with it. So don't feel the need to do it the right way by doing exactly what you hear on the recording. Next, I want to talk about this chorus, because all too often I hear praise bands and individuals do covers of this song And this chorus just sounds very shouty. I talk a lot about speak singing, like, I'm just talking way up here. Obviously that comes from the musical theater world. I probably sounded like a character when I did it just now, but it is so important to sing higher in your range in a healthy way. And the other thing to remember is, well, I don't have it hooked up right now, but my microphone. Chances are, if you are singing this song, you have a microphone. You're not doing it without a microphone. And if you are, then the space is small enough that you don't need your voice amplified. So don't try to over sing, is what I'm trying to say. I back off. I'm probably singing 80%, maybe 85 towards the end of the song when it's really big. But in this first chorus, I'm not singing with my full voice. Well, let me rephrase that. I'm not singing with the full volume of everything that these muscles can do. You don't want to push it that hard. So, you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. So I'm doing vibrato mainly at the end of each line. I'm also doing one of the Adele techniques that we've talked about, slingshotting the notes. You say I am loved, and I kind of fall off. I think of it as like a smear in a painting, like if you have fresh paint and you just like if you hit it. That's kind of what my voice is doing, at least what I imagine it's doing. Slingshot again, when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong. I'm really using those consonants on strong to emphasize the note without singing harder at it. Slingshot again, when I think I am weak, and then vibrato on the word weak. And of course, these are just my phrasing choices, but pretty much throughout the rest of the song, I just follow that kind of roadmap. You say I am held, schmear, when I am falling short. Slingshot followed by vibrato. When I don't belong, schmear. Oh, you say I am yours. Slingshot, vibrato. And I believe. Back way off on the voice. Find a different color. It's called singing off the body when it's not fully supported with the breath. So I'm not singing with my full body, I'm just singing up here. There's schools of thought, like if you're very classically trained, then you're probably screaming at me through the screen, which like you do you boo. I'm glad you sing fully supported all the time. I like to find different colors in my voice and experiment and use them. So on the second verse, it might feel a little bit louder, but don't do it with your volume here. I'm really doing more volume with more intensity in my consonants. So it's all happening in the mouth. There's no extra effort being extorted except for my articulators up here. And to be fair, I'm also doing more glottals. A glottal stop is, so you have your two vocal folds, they vibrate together to make sound. Most of the time when you sing, they will start apart. So when you're not making sound, they're apart. When you breathe in, they're apart. And then when vibration is being made, like when I'm speaking or singing, they vibrate together. With a glottal stop, you're starting with them together. I did it on the word of me. Without the glottal, the only thing that matters now is everything you think of me. So it's not bad, it's just, it adds a little, if we're making a salad, I feel like it's the nuts, you know, it's like the little crunchy part of the salad. It adds texture, okay? That's what I'm getting at. Then you repeat the chorus, same thing. Please do not over sing, don't over extort your voice. Use your microphone, know that that is what's there to help you. In my very first recording project I ever did, you know, I'm in the studio and I have the microphone that you record into, and I was singing too loud. And the record producer was like, Alicia, your audience is right here. They're like 2 inches from your face. You don't have to project the way you do in a concert hall. So I pass that same on advice to you. Do not oversing. Your audience is right here. So I think that is going to do it for this video. I hope that you've heard something today that you find helpful, or a new perspective that you maybe didn't think about before singing this song. As always, leave a comment below and let me know what song you want to hear me do next. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Until then, stay well and keep singing.